And good morning from Scotty Ray and Candace, and welcome into Friday.
Yes, thank goodness it's Friday.
I love those weekends.
I know. I'm ready for the weekend, even though I think it's going to be a wet and cloudy weekend.
50% chance of rain tomorrow, and then Sunday, you better really carry 2 umbrellas, 80% chance of rain. Now, speaking of rain, let's go ahead and let's pull up radar just to show everybody what's going on so you know where in relation you are. What our forecast is calling for today is a 30% chance of rain, but it doesn't say it's going to happen until after 5 o'clock. So pretty much during the day, you could leave the clothes on the line if you still do that, and then pick them up by 5 and you'll be all right. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I don't do my clothes on the line.
I don't either because they're all rough and stuff. It's like wearing
stand up by themselves. It's like you could hold a towel and it just stand out by itself.
But my mother loves that. I can't stand it.
Mine does too. She always said she loved the smell of sheets hanging on the line. And I was,
yeah.
I don't.
You like wearing sandpaper? Go ahead and do that. As we show radar this morning, we're showing some showers to the southeast of us down here, Mobile area, Pensacola. If you're headed to the beach this weekend, you're going to encounter a little bit of rain there. And we've got a little bit coming in on around Pascagoula there at the Mississippi Gulf Coast. As we go west across here, it'll make its way to Hattiesburg here in a little while, but not there yet. Lafayette, Baton Rouge, going to be a wet one there. And this is what's going to come up through here later. So just letting you know where it is. And again, for our friends that are to the northeast of here, Chattanooga area, y'all have got fog this morning. Now, the Meridian area, East Mississippi and West Alabama will get its fair share of fog in the morning, a little after 4 a.m., and then that's going to last until about 8. And we all know on Saturday mornings, there's a lot of tractors that roll early to get things done, at daybreak. So if you've got to go somewhere on a tractor in the morning, have somebody follow you.
Yeah.
Don't just jump out there because tractor wrecks are one of the most horrific things I've ever seen.
Well, not just that. People hauling trailers. People are doing all kind of work,
Right.
on the weekends. And if you are flying down the road, you'll come up on something like that before you even know it. So just be careful if it's fog,
Yeah, and there's no way to stop it. What was that movie Tom Cruise was in where he was racing and the smoke was on there and you go through it? Oh, yeah, you do, where he was around the track.
Oh, Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder. You remember that scene there where he was scared and he goes through the...
Yeah,
it's kind of like
know.
that. Yeah.
Just be careful.
What's on the other side? Welcome. We're so glad that you're a part of this. If you're wondering how all this works, we'd like to invite you to social media now if you're watching from television.
You can go to Scotty Ray's Weather on Facebook, or we are on Twitch also and YouTube, and then you can interact with us.
Yeah, you just post a comment, and if we like it, we'll say something back.
That's right.
No, we'll talk to everybody.
We'll tell you good morning.
We do appreciate it, and we'd love to know where you're watching from, because there is just tons of places that watch, and we can't say thank you enough for all the folks that do that.
Yes, I mean, if it wasn't for you, I mean, we wouldn't be a success, and I
That's
think
correct.
It's becoming a success. So
I apologize to everybody because I didn't realize this until about 8 o'clock last night. I sat back down, I came to the studio, and I was up here looking, and then all of a sudden, there's Sawyer Brown live from the Riley Center, and I totally forgot.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, well, I didn't hear about it either, so, you're not by yourself.
But what did shock me from the live video, most of these guys, like you take Diamond Rio, they done good to get up on the stage. And a lot of acts are like that. But Sawyer Brown, as all that energy they've always had, Mark was still as involved, jumping around on stage.
Because, he's always been real hyper, like really, jumping around and real active on stage.
And you have to really give Sawyer Brown credit for staying true to who they were. If you'll remember, do you remember even seeing them on Star Search? That's how they got, Ed McMahon was the MC of Star Search. And Sawyer Brown came on stage and they won. And he has been what he was from there on. One of the greatest songs I think they ever done, I don't know if you remember this, was The Walk. Do you remember that? To where he's a little bitty boy and he's going to catch the school bus for the first time, and his daddy walks him down the drive, and his dad says, "Don't worry, I've been down this road before."
Oh yes, I do remember that.
And by the end of the song, he's having to put his dad in a nursing home, down that same driveway, and boy,
all right, Scotty Ray,
tug at your heart.
Look, the hormones are raging anyway. I've got my son out of town. I don't need sad stuff this morning.
And you see, and that's what country music used to be about.
Yes.
We don't have that anymore, but that's what it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, it told a story, and, about everything in life.
Another interesting side note about Sawyer Brown. Have you ever heard of Paul Thorne?
No.
Paul Thorne is a Mississippi artist, and anybody that could write a song called Joni, the Jehovah Witness Stripper, has got to be great. It is hilarious. But he's got some serious songs also. But he also wrote a song years ago that Sawyer Brown recorded called 800-Pound Jesus. I don't know if you remember that song or not.
No. Mm-hmm.
And they recorded it, and it's always cool to hear that in concert. Okay. It's about a concrete statue in somebody's garden of Jesus that weighs 800 pounds. And cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up and listen to it. I've not heard that one.
But here's a picture from last night, and Charlene Gaddy posted this just a little bit ago on social media, and I thought I'd share her picture there of Sawyer Brown live from the stage last night. And that's him perform, and they were great. I missed the show.
Yeah. I hate we missed it too, because I have not seen him on anything in years.
Yeah.
When we used to have the video channel and all that, we would watch videos of all the country music songs and sing, stars and stuff. So, but yeah, I hadn't seen him in years. That would have been nice to.
Some girls do. Also, Georgia Overdrive, 6 Days on the Road, which they redone from Dave Dudley and made their own kind of style out of it.
I like that song.
Yeah, you can't beat them. But they also had a lot of heart-touching songs as well there. Yeah. Let's see here some other things. Tonight, if you're looking for something to do, I saw this. This is pretty neat at the Max in downtown Meridian. And as we pull this up, you can go to the Max and find out more. The name of the movie is The Hate You Give. Now, it's a free movie if you want to go down and see it. What time do gates open up there? 7:30. The film starts at 8 o'clock. Bring your lawn chair and get in. It's free and open to the public there. So if you've never been to the Max and want to see a movie, Sit Under the Stars, check that out. All there in the courtyard.
I didn't even realize they did that. I didn't realize they did movies out in the courtyard. I guess that, I need to look stuff up a little more.
I need to talk to Jerome. A few weeks ago, they done an Elvis movie.
Okay. Well, that would be neat to go to.
I think it was Girls, Girls, Girls.
Okay.
That'd been pretty neat to watch Elvis out on the big screen.
Yeah.
But
I bet that is a neat thing. I wish we still had drive-in movies. That would be a neat thing to take.
So did you ever go on a date?
No, but I remember going one time when I was little to the drive-in theater. I think I guess it was the one out by the old fairgrounds.
Yeah.
You remember?
Okay. Royal.
But that's been years and years ago. I was probably really little,
So did you, and I'm just digging into Candace's past here. So did you ever go on dates to movies and stuff like that?
Usually we went with friends, like a group of us, and we always would try to sneak our own popcorn in and stuff in a Ziploc. Because we was all broke and
I understand that.
And we would just share popcorn and stuff. But it was fun though.
Confession to make, I never ever took Angie to a movie the entire time we dated.
Really?
Now, in my defense, I worked 2 jobs. And so there wasn't a lot of time for me in between. I'd get a chance to see her for a few minutes. And then the only movie that I can say I ever took her to, even after we got married, really, it was one movie. George Strait, Pure Country. That was the only thing I ever took her to.
I went to the movies and saw that movie. Yeah, I saw that at the movies. I saw 8 Seconds about Lane Frost.
Yeah, I waited till it come to video on that.
Okay.
But that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was. But I don't know. When I was a teenager, we all went to the movies a good bit. But as an adult, I just don't care.
I can count on my hand the entire my life history of going to the movies. Very first movie I ever saw in the theaters was Smokey and the Bandit. Then I saw Hooper. And then it would be George. I went with something called Boys of Summer. It was awful. And I thought, I'll never go see that again. And then came along when me and Angie went to the movies to go see that. And I think there was one more I went with the kids to see. Oh, The Lone Ranger.
I think I saw that movie Tucker. Isn't that the one about
Tucker?
The car?
Yeah.
I saw that one at the movie.
But, there's other people that just loved going to the movies and dating and doing that just working 2 jobs. I was doing this and radio at late at night, and it just wasn't possible.
Look, I tell you what I do hate, even at home or when I would go to the movies, is to watch a movie with somebody and you look over and they're sound asleep. That drives me insane. I don't know why, but it would drive me crazy.
Okay, in confessions, and Angie will tell you this, I am probably not the guy to watch a movie with.
Why?
Because I am opposite from most, where most people go, I don't want to know what happens. I want to know. I'm like, well, what's
well, then I would be a good person. Because I'm the one that watch this right here.
Yeah.
Look. Now he thinks that.
And I like that because then I pay more attention to the scene if it's important.
Yeah.
But Angie doesn't get that. She, hush, hush, hush.
I'm one of those that I'm sitting there the whole time trying to figure out, like in my mind, what's going to happen. And a lot of times I'm right.
Yeah.
I should have been a private investigator.
Look, I happen to know 3 or 4 people that are private detectives if you want a part-time job.
I think I'd be a good one. I think I really would.
It's you have to stay hid, number one there. You got to stay a little distance there. Get good binoculars.
Now, I don't know if I could do that part, but now the
That's
investigative part, like the like checking stuff out online, and I could do all that.
Oh, you got to follow though. One of the funniest that ever happened was I had somebody call me that was a private detective, and no, wait a minute, no, they called Debbie. I'll never forget that. They said I'm on a stakeout watching so and so, and I'm waiting for him to come out, and she goes, "Have you looked at Facebook lately?" No. Oh, they're at a Mississippi State football game. They got out of the house. It was a horrible. So if you're a private detective, pay attention to what you're doing.
Right.
It's not all Magnum PI. It's some boring times you got to sit.
Yeah, I might fall asleep if I had to sit there too long waiting on somebody to come out.
It does happen now.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
We could start our own agency. You got a name for us?
I don't know. Let's see.
It's definitely not Charlie's Angels. And then
I'd have to think on that.
And one of the big things that they told me was that they done with their private detective, when they get on the move, if you don't have 4 or 5 people following them, you lose them in traffic in 3 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be my luck. Trying to pay attention to what's going on around you and watch what you're doing and keep up with somebody. Yeah,
but you never saw any of that in the movies, from your Magnum PIs. How many private detective shows were there growing up?
Oh, tons.
That was like
yeah.
But you never saw that side of it.
What was the one with the 2 guys? Gosh.
Simon and Simon?
Yes, yeah.
Loved that show.
I used to watch that all the time, yeah.
Mississippi's own Gerald McCraney. And that was a different side of him.
Didn't he marry Delta Burke?
Sure did. Yeah. I think they're still married.
Oh, okay.
Now, there used to be some shindig that went on up in North Mississippi. I don't know if that still goes on, that he was a part of.
He always seemed like in anything he played, he just seemed like he was just who he was, himself.
A good person.
The same old person that, like same, I don't mean old, but, same old guy that every time didn't change. So, and I like that about people when you don't change.
Correct.
You don't try to be somebody you're not. I mean,
but there's a few of them that lose that, that connection. We need to say some good mornings. There's some folks tuning in this morning.
Some new faces, it looks like.
Yeah. And if you never, as we said before, go to social media, Facebook or on YouTube or Twitch and join us. Make some comments. We'd love to talk to you as well.
Yeah, if you have some topics you want to talk about, just pop it up there. And we'll
Charlene Gaddy recovering from the Riley Center last night.
She says good morning. And Terry Carter, good morning to you. And thank goodness it is Friday.
Yes, ma'am. Jeanette Rigdon says good morning as well, along with Joyce Poole. Good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend is what she's got to say. James Cloudy Sullivan is what it has. It says good morning. He's watching from Morton, Mississippi. Been there many a time.
You like a new watcher, I think. I don't know that I've recognized that name yet.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Alicia Fisher joins us as well. Good morning to you. And Donna Pebbles, how are you today? Good morning. Hope everybody has a good weekend.
Dorothea Harrison, good morning. And Thaney Stovall, good morning to you.
Along with Linda Culpepper joining us. Good morning. Denise Covington, wishing everybody a blessed Friday.
Good morning to Miss Lynn Swain. And James Sullivan says he's hauling asphalt from Morton in Newton County, and he hopes the rain holds off.
Yeah, just a little while.
I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to get some stuff done this morning.
Yeah, and it should, the last that I dug deep into this, it'll be after 5, so you should be good for most of the day there. Let's see here. Good morning from the Queen City from Miss Denise Wheat, and LaWanda Grantham joins us this morning.
Let's see. Milton Sable, good morning. And Ray Paul Moffitt said good morning, too.
All right. Along with Madison Alexander. Good morning.
That's my daughter. And she says that Riker, my grandson, he's coming to spend the weekend with us this weekend. So she says he's ready, and we're ready, too.
So what she's saying is she's going to come in here with swollen eyes on Monday, wore out. You know how kids will run you down.
I know. He's a good baby, thank goodness. Yes. So
she says
we're excited
that now.
about keeping him.
Does he sleep good yet?
She says he sleeps good. I have not kept him overnight yet, so this is the first. But he's a good baby, and we kept him the other night, and he went right on to sleep. Now,
Well, good luck with that.
Let's cross our fingers.
Miss Joyce Godwin joins us from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, along with Teresa Short. Good morning to you.
Megan Segovia and Ryan Boykin. They love the Maybe Pure Country.
And it makes you wonder why George Strait never went back and made a sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, really, why, George?
It was a good movie. Really, it was. He ought to do a little more acting since he's kind of retired a little bit from singing.
George could do it.
He could. He was a natural.
He was. Let's see here. Shine Pogue joins us this morning from Newton. Good morning, Newton. Teresa Short as well. Hello there to you as well.
Let's see.
Joe Collins said the last movie he went to see was The Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. We watch it every year now.
Yeah, we do too. That with the Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
That's a
Good stuff.
a must for every year. So
We had somebody join us from Twitch. I'm not sure what their Discord. I'm not sure exactly what they're referring to there.
yeah, I'm not either. Miss Teresa LaBeach though says good morning.
Glad to have you as well.
Yes.
What a beautiful Friday morning as we begin this, and I hope you enjoy yourself with whatever you're doing. And as we get ready to do things, don't forget the Lauderdale County Farm Supply has exactly what you need for any event that you've got going on in your yard. From getting yourself a short sleeve T-shirt to moving on out, getting yourself some guineas, they're in there as well. And sod, that's one of the things, if you've got a place that's being washed off and you just can't get it fixed right, see them about some centipede and St. Augustine grass. Flowers, they hang, they're beautiful. You can't beat this. Just curb appeal is what they say.
It does.
In a lot of cases, it's called dirt road appeal.
And, they make them so pretty now, like multiple different colors and pots. You can just drop them down in your pots. I mean, you don't even really have to plant them if you just want to drop them down.
A few more scenes here, some different pictures there. And if you need gardening, they've got all your plants for that, from ferns to taking care of your pets. Yeah, you need a doggy bone, they got it for you, to dog food. All of that lined out for you. And, of course, fire ant killer. We need plenty of that, and they've got it on there for you. And if you need some spray, some off, they got that as well there for you. As you go through the store, Twisted X boots, Georgia boots to keep you comfortable, and along with all your seed feed, yep, they've got that, and horse and cattle feed, including guns and ammo. You just never know what your day might bring, so get it all. All there at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. Exit 151 is where you see the good folks.
My family is the most important thing in my life. I don't have a high-paying job, and I'm proud that I always put raising my kids above everything else. But when I got into a serious car accident, I needed money. The surgeries cost more than I make in a year, so I called Richard Schwartz. He got me the money I deserved. I'm Darrell from Jackson, Mississippi, saying thank you, Richard.
Remember. And welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Yes. And we have our police, I think our police chief.
Yeah, Chris, what's he up to this morning?
He says good morning. And he would love to have Scotty Ray and Detective, I think I have a new title, Candace, to come down to the opening ceremony for the state games. It starts at 5 at City Hall. I just might be there with my badge.
Oh, cool. You do need to do that. Maybe we can get Chris to do get you into the ride-along program with the detectives.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I would be a good one. I really would.
Candace, boy, wouldn't you hate to have her after you? Because she's been a mama and she's been a wife, and that's the worst folks you want after you.
Look, I could pull up some dirt on some people. Like when my daughters were dating people, they always said, I'm not telling you what their Facebook is. I'm not telling you if they have social media, mama, because you'll be like investigating them. And I would, because I mean, you can't be too careful. You can tell a lot about what people put on their Facebook.
Oh,
page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The likes, dislike, what type of music.
99.9% of the time, I was right about them.
Look at her. She's already making claims here. So y'all just don't know what you're missing out when you don't hire her. Let's see. Good morning to Linda Jane Lunsford for joining us also. And Teresa Short says good morning also. I saw this posted a minute ago on Facebook. And after you read it, you go, that is so right. And I thought I'd share this. I saw this, and I thought it was a pretty great. You call these memes? Is what you call this?
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Yeah.
But your job will forget you ever worked there. Your child will never forget you weren't there.
And that is a sad statement. It really is, but it's a true statement. But as we all know, a lot of us, I mean, most of us do have to work, and you have that guilt a lot of times because you do have to work so much, especially when I was a a single mother, and I worked all the time, and I really had that guilt that I didn't get to spend as much time with my kids. But, that's a true statement. But, there's a lot of memes, my favorite is, in a world that you can be anything, be kind,
Okay. Yeah.
So
Be kind about it.
just be kind to people.
Because there's a lot of folks that aren't that way.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a picture of Neshoba Central School torn down. I had it earlier, and then I've lost it. Several people have.
Because they're going to rebuild, right?
Yeah, they're rebuilding that. I was trying to find, and I can't put my hands on it. But the redneck in me, as that I saw the backhoe going through the school, I kept thinking, look at all that good tin we could build deer stands out of. And that's all that ran through my head.
I'm sure a lot of people probably, they're like throwing lumber and all this stuff that you pay an arm and a leg for.
But that is nearly gone, and I guess they'll start pretty immediately rebuilding the school up there. So congratulations to them, because Neshoba County has grown.
Yeah.
And the school system, they're going to try to make that better for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know the politics behind all that. So I
wonder whether, are they going to try to get it done before,
by school time?
yeah.
I don't know if you could.
I wonder where they'll have school.
Detective over here. We'll put her on that. I don't know. That is a good
are they
question.
tearing the whole thing down, or
It
are they
sure
tearing a
looked it.
portion of it?
It looked like the whole thing was missing, but
We'll see.
if you're in the Neshoba County area and you know the answer to that, pass that along to us so we'll know the answer to that.
Yes.
Let me see here. I wanted to bring this up here in just a little bit. We'll give you a chance to win some Chino Bucks from San Marcos Mexican Restaurant.
Right.
We got a trivia question waiting. We're going to do that in a little while. I did not know this, and you were telling me that you got an email about this.
Well, I got an email, and I don't know if it's all Lauderdale County schools, or if it's just, this says location Northeast Elementary.
But this is what we do know. That free grab-and-go meals are at the Lauderdale County School District for the month of June, Monday through Friday from breakfast 8 to 9, and then lunch from 11 to 1. And I'll bring this up because there are so many children that would not get a good meal during the summer.
Right.
We don't know all the circumstances of everyone, their financials, and some folks just don't have that extra money. And this is a great thing for kids to get a good meal during the summer.
It really is. It's amazing that we have community, helpers and people that do things like this, because it is thoughtful, and it's helpful for parents too,
So if you know a child that needs a meal, go by there today between 11 and 1 and take care of them. And again, breakfast happening right now. 8 to 9 is where they do it. Angelina Jolene, I hadn't heard that name in forever.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Today is her birthday. She was born back in 75.
I'm a year older than her. I didn't know
Really?
that.
She's was she married to Billy Bob?
I think she
And he
was, and they
carried-
had both of them had
The blood thing.
he had a little drop of her blood, and she had a drop of his, and a little vial around their neck. That's kind of odd.
I'm going to say you're kind of
That's a
freaky
little-
if you do that.
Yeah, that's a little much. I
So
think,
I don't expect any of y'all to be doing that, is what I'm telling you. Poor boy. Let's see here. Let's go back. Before the next teardrop falls. Who remembers that?
What was the song? Every time we went out, when we were when I was younger, when we would go out and stuff, if there was anywhere that had any kind of a jukebox,
You play this?
somebody, it was a specific person, always played that song. What is the song that he
See,
sung?
before the next teardrop falls, I'll be there.
Yeah.
There was another song that he had also that was big. And for the life of me, I'm blank on what the other one was that Freddie had was such huge.
Yeah. Anyway, she always played the Freddie Fender song. We all just would bust out laughing.
So where are my Freddie Fender folks? But I always had the big hair, and he was a great singer. And even when he sang that in Spanish, you still liked it. You couldn't help it. So he had a birthday also, and it's very short on history stuff today, but it was 2003 that they broke out the handcuffs, and it wasn't because she wanted them or anything, but she was indicted.
Yeah. That was a major jaw drop back then. You were like, Martha Stewart is going to jail.
Yeah. Nowadays, we all know that wouldn't happen to any
Don't
celebrity.
you know she had everything organized in there? She was probably telling the cooks in the cafeteria how to cook. You're doing it wrong. You're chopping that wrong.
You're probably right. But so she went to jail on this date. Let's see, there was a couple other things here. Yeah, the 19th Amendment was passed upon this date that gave ladies the right to vote.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, that did happen on today. And that's kind of it in the history moment. There wasn't a lot went on. Thought I might share that with you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got Donna Sue Pebbles and also Tammy Cooley. It Wasted Days and Wasted Nights.
That's it. That's how it started. The song starts out in the song, and it was so funny because we knew every time she was going to play that song.
It was a good song.
Yeah, it was.
I liked old Freddie Fender.
I like those songs. Yeah.
And I think it was 2011 that Freddie passed away.
I think it said 07.
07? Was it 07?
It was 07. When I saw that a second ago, I was like, gosh, I did not believe it's been that long.
I know. Mm-hmm. So let's see. You want to go ahead and do the Chino today?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do it.
And again, let me pull this up where you can see this of what we're giving away. We're giving away Chino bucks. And what we'll do is we'll give your name to Chino, and you get to go by and have a meal if you can answer our trivia question. And the way I'll word this, because it is social media, maybe there's a lag, the first person that we see that pops up on the screen that answers it correctly, you'll be the winner.
Right.
If you can't go or can't use it, we'll give it to someone else. But, all right, you want to do our trivia question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Name something that you shake before using.
Something that you shake before using. All right, we're looking for the number 2 answer on this. The number 1 thing that Americans shake before using is salad dressing. So what could it be? The number 2 thing that Americans shake before using?
Right.
Huh? What do you think it is? We'd love to hear from you.
I would have never thought about this one.
So look at there.
This answer. I wouldn't have. I mean, that wouldn't have been the first thing that comes to mind.
There's a lot of things you have to shake before using.
Yeah.
So one of our Melissa McWhorter says ketchup. That's look at this. We're getting a bunch of Linda Jane says ketchup.
I said hairspray. That sometimes is right because sometimes it won't come out of the bottle.
You have to shake hairspray?
Sometimes.
Let me just tell you, I've never had to use hairspray.
Why?
Because there's nothing to use up there on it.
I use it all the time. I mean, I go through hairspray on me, my customers. I mean, it's like I could pay the power bill at the place where we buy it all the time. Let's see. Somebody said paint. Yeah, that's one.
Shake and bake is another answer that was given by Carolyn Shepard.
Liquid medicine.
All right. And the question again is, name something you shake before using. We're giving away San Marcos Mexican restaurant lunch there. You can go buy us a $20 gift certificate to head out to Chino's. A lot of good guesses here.
All of these things are they're correct that you have to shake these things before you. I mean, like buttermilk. Yeah, if you don't shake that, you're gonna get like.
Jeanette Rigdon says buttermilk. Jamie Pogue says spray paint. You do have to do, but not exactly what we're looking for. Let's see.
Mustard. I guess that's.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I shake because I put it on my deer sausage every day, and you have to.
You do. You put mustard on there. Oh, okay.
And I swap it around.
Oh, okay.
Angie looks at me like I have lost my mind.
Whipped cream. That's not it, but that's true.
That's a good guess there.
Orange juice. That really is you have to shake that before you use it because it's nasty if you don't sometimes.
And make sure to hold that lid.
Especially if it's got that pulp stuff in it. I don't like that kind with the pulp stuff.
I agree with you. Chris Walker's guess on this is chocolate milk. Again, if you're just tuning in going, what are they talking about? We got a trivia question this morning. And what is something you shake before you use? And we're looking for the number.
Do we need to narrow it down?
No, we will in a little bit.
Okay, if y'all don't get it, we'll narrow it down a little bit.
As we look at some, and y'all keep guessing on this, we'll come back to it here in just a second. One of the big stories this morning that came out last night, and this is just a mess, there's no other way to word that, is we go back to Minneapolis once again. A police officer shot someone as they were serving arrest warrants because they wouldn't move. They were tearing down the George Floyd Square. They had these concrete barriers around it, and he had a gun and pulled it on cops, and they returned fire and that could be a mess. So expect more burnings, protest. It's not over that in Minneapolis. Keep that city in your mind.
Yes.
It's a lot going on there. Let's see here.
It's a lot going on in so many cities.
Communities.
So.
See, Megan Segovia guessed on our trivia question, shampoo bottle. Carol Lee Seipel also guessed paint and still ketchup.
Yeah.
Darla Smithson said what? Coffee creamer is what she guessed.
Yeah. Not yet. Nobody's got it yet. But
Yeah.
WD-40. That's a good answer. Yeah.
Name something you shake before using to win $20 worth of Chino bucks here.
Right.
Here in the Meridian area there. Drop in to see Chino. That's pretty good, though.
Yes.
Some great guesses. I brought this up earlier this morning of things that are going on. You do remember F. Lee Bailey? Mm-hmm. He represented OJ. And again, I did bring this up earlier, but he has passed away at the age of 87. Mm-hmm. He represented OJ, the Boston Strangler. He was a big attorney.
I don't know how people do that. I mean, I know they do it probably because it's good money and all, but
they make a lot.
How do you represent people that you probably are guilty?
Because you're a lawyer.
I know, but I wouldn't have the conscience to do something like that.
What was the movie Liar Liar where he had to tell the truth and he was the attorney?
Oh yeah, and he was blurting all this stuff out. His son wished that he would just tell the truth because he lied all the time.
Right.
And it's one of them things. It was a funny movie. That was one of the funny ones that Jim Carrey was in.
I'm not a big fan of Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
He's just, his humor is not my,
Yeah, sometimes he can be a little too goofy.
Yeah. Now, I mentioned this earlier. There's a recall on some dog food for everybody that has got pets. We go to Red Bay, Alabama, where this is made, and you'll look at this. This is going to be Sunshine Meals dog food. Some of the dog food may have salmonella in it. The company announced Wednesday that they're recalling, as we look at here, these different Sportsman's Pride, the Sprout Sporting, Intimidator, and FRM Gold Select brands. None of the dogs have gotten sick, but they're doing it on their own to recall in case there is a problem if you use that type of dog food.
Okay.
You can go to their company website and find out more about that. So there you go. All right, as we go back to trivia question, again, name something that you shake before using. The number 1 answer is salad dressing. The number 3 answer is ketchup. Mm-hmm. Liquid medicine is 4. We're looking for the number 2 thing that you would shake before using. What do you think it is? Some more guesses that came in?
Mm-hmm. Pepper spray. That's not it. Let's see, but that's a good one.
Oh, that's a pretty good guess there, Chris Gully. Shake hands, but not it.
Yeah.
This will shock you as to what the answer is on this.
It shocked me because I would have never thought about it. I mean, it's a hard one. It really is.
So we
might be narrowing it down.
Yeah. So what do y'all think it is? Good luck to you. Chino Bucks on the line for what do you shake before you use? Could be anything there. Let's see here. Hardball. Do you remember this guy that was on MSNBC and he resigned abruptly? Well, we know more about it. He was fired because he worded it that he complimented somebody. They're in the dressing room getting their makeup, which we don't have any makeup. We wanted to point that out for television. Right. Nobody comes and pats our head.
Well, yeah, of course, I have plenty for everybody, but, I do mine at home. I do my own.
But he says he complimented the lady next to him, and she turned him in as it being sexual, coming on to her. He goes, no, that ain't what happened. But he was fired over that. And but if y'all remember, do y'all remember the comment when Trump was running and he made a comment about, he thought the mic was off and he made a comment about, how do you pronounce her name? The president's wife. What's her face?
Jill?
No. Trump's wife.
Melania. Yeah, Melania.
And he made a comment about her being extremely hot. And so we know that he has those thoughts and that.
Yeah. I think he said, why haven't I fallen in love with you yet? Is what he told her.
Right.
And then he told the makeup artist, keep putting makeup on her. I'll fall in love with her. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I think we do have a winner.
As we go back to our trivia question, the question was, name something you shake before using. A few more answers were baby formula. That's a pretty good one there. Yeah. And McKee guessed that. Elisa Fisher guessed medicine. Jamie Poe guessed shaving cream. Whipped cream was thrown in there. Nail polish. And I'll let you go into this.
The winner?
Yeah.
Okay. So the winner is Jim Gore, and he guessed dice.
There you go.
I would have never guessed that, though. I wouldn't have. It was just hard.
Yeah. So. Something you shake before you use. Because
you think about using stuff. You think about food and medicine and stuff like that. So, but you don't think about like a game.
Yeah. So,
anyway, congratulations.
Jim Gore's our winner. You head off to San Marcos Mexican Restaurant. What a better place. You can't beat that.
You got $20 in Chino bucks.
Yeah, so enjoy yourself. I'll get your name there to Chino, and I'll send you an inbox message here in just a little bit about it. But congratulations to you.
Yes.
I like being a winner, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I'm not that lucky all the time, but,
Every now and then, even a squirrel can win. Have you seen this sinkhole thing that happened in Mexico?
I know. That's scary.
Look at this.
Scary. That kind of reminds me of the Meridian thing.
Yeah.
when all the cars fell off in the thing.
But that thing is huge.
Yeah.
300 feet across, 60 feet deep, fell in.
I wonder what causes that to happen. Don't you know they were like running for their lives, thinking maybe the whole ground under them was going to fall in too?
I think there was a few folks in Meridian trying to push their car in this one.
Oh, gosh.
Take it. Get rid of it.
Oh, goodness. I just, talking back about that happened in Meridian. I know we're kind of like joking about it, but thank goodness there wasn't anybody in their car, I don't think, when that happened.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, that's scary. It could have been somebody like getting out of their car. And is that water? That's water.
It's filling up with water now. Wow.
That is so odd.
So Mexico has, and Florida is really common to get those sinkholes. Meridian to this area, that I want to say that's the only one I've ever known of that happened here.
Yeah. Now, I know that it had to do with a culvert, I think, underneath it and stuff like that, maybe.
With the Sawashi being close to it.
But anyway, we're thankful that nobody was majorly hurt with that.
We had a question here, and I don't know about this. Karen Palmer asked, is there any update on the wreck that happened last night on Dees Road? And I honestly, I don't know about it.
Yeah, I have not heard about it either.
So if anybody's got information on that, pass that along to us. Hopefully it was no serious injuries, I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. And Milton Savelle said only a gambler would have known the answer to that trivia question.
Well, maybe that's why I wouldn't have known
it. Thank you to Pat Banks watching us from the big city of Macon, Mississippi, up where the Oak Tree Inn used to be. Is the Oak Tree still there at that stop sign?
I think it is. I think it's still there.
I know we got us some Kentucky Fried Chicken up that way.
That red light there, it just sneaks up on me.
You almost want to run it, don't you?
Because you're going down the highway and then all of a sudden there's a red light,
There's two that I know of course, the one in Scuba, the stop sign, and then the blinking stop sign there in Macon.
Yeah.
Karen said that she heard from that wreck last night there possibly could have been 2 fatalities.
Oh, goodness.
When we find out more, we'll post that. Thank you for getting us that information. I was not aware of that. Sadness on
anything that you have that you want to, introduce to us that we might not know. That we can check out.
I bring this up since we brought up DICE. If you're looking for a job, there's a job fair today at the Pearl River Resort, and they're going to have it inside in the Golden Moon Conference Center there.
It's today and tomorrow from 8:30 to 1 p.m.
So if you need a job, go up and talk to them. Need to feed your folks, that's a good way to do that. Good jobs are sometimes hard to come by.
That's right. And I mean, in this day and time, especially right now, we commend anybody that works.
Yes.
Because there's so many people that are not working at all, and they're not wanting to work,
We see this all across the United States.
People are hurting for employees. They really are.
There was a state, and I'm not going to, I could guess, but I don't remember. I'd have to Google this to find out the real answer to this. But they were giving signing bonuses while money lasted. If you got a job from the state, from the unemployment, $12,000 bonus if you took a job.
Really? $12,000?
$12,000. And I was like,
goodness.
I'm going to have a big one.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, there'll be somebody that goes, no, I can make more money sitting at home. That money's going to quit.
Yeah, it is. It's going to quit. And all the money for children that people are going to start getting in July, I think it is, that'll run to December. That's just it's your child tax credit, I think, at the end of the year that you would get when you get your tax stuff done.
Right.
I think it's just an advance for that. They're giving it to you in increments instead of giving it all to you at one time. That's what I read that an accountant said the other day. So
yeah, you better pay attention to that one because a lot of people don't know that.
Some people think, oh, free money from a kid, but then when you go to do your taxes at the end of the year, it might be a surprise, So I don't know if it all kind of equals out or if
right.
If you don't get it, if you get like a refund, you might not get as much. I don't know how that works. So, but just be aware.
We got more information on this, that the wreck happened Highway 15 in Union at the four-way stop. And again, more we found out about that one. And I checked over Eric Clark, the sheriff of Neshoba County, and he hadn't got anything posted about it. And I've glanced around a couple more places while we were talking just then. But Eric Clark is looking for somebody that may have taken somebody's catalytic converter off their car. And he said, call. If you know Eric Clark, great guy there. And so this happened, let's see here, taking a catalytic converter from a church. Shame on these people.
Why are people doing this?
Because
you hear this
you
a lot.
sell them.
Okay, you can.
Yeah,
okay.
oh, yeah, it's big money into catalytic converters.
A while back I had seen where people were doing this, like left and right doing this. And I was like, why would they want a catalytic converter?
Yeah, that happened last Thursday at 3:30 in the morning. They cut that off. And, you know, Chris Reed here in Meridian made a bust not long ago on a catalytic converter ring.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, it's because they're worth like $150 a piece.
Oh, okay.
And so they climb under your car and cut them off. And if you have to replace your catalytic converter, you'll find out quickly that that's probably $2,000 to have that redone. So there you go. That's some news stories there. Let's see here. Indiana Jones. They're already filming number 5. Can you believe 5 of these?
I would have thought it would have been more by now.
Here you go. Here's the headline of it. He's 78.
And he's going to be in the new one, right? Yeah.
Is he going to do his own stunts? I don't know. But they're filming it at a castle there. Boy, he was young there when he started all that.
I've always thought, even as he's aged, though, he still kept, like he's still handsome.
Kind of like the Sean Connery effect on women.
Yeah, I guess so. Or Kevin Costner,
What's the guy
as they get older, they still are, nice.
Sam Elliott. Most women almost faint when he walks in the room. Is that still true?
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I never really.
Is it the voice or is it the looks of Sam Elliott that gets it? That cowboy girl.
Yeah, it might be the voice. He does a lot of voiceover things, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like a great person. I liked it.
Yeah. I don't like the long hair.
I see that I could tell by the way you mumbled all that right through there. Kevin Costner was your favorite of that group that you just mentioned.
Yeah, Kevin Costner. I mean, I've always thought he was like a nice looking.
So do you think he looked better at a younger age in Field of Dreams, or does he look more in the new Yellowstone? Is that which one is a better turn on for a lady?
I don't know about the turn on thing, but I mean, I just think some people they grow old gracefully and they
distinguished look.
Yeah, he looks more distinguished.
Okay, Linda Culpepper said it's the voice and the looks of Sam Elliott that just drives her.
I just don't like long hair, maybe he's got short hair now. I don't know.
I ain't into that long hair for men either.
Yeah, I don't.
I just ponytails and me. Well, I ain't got enough to do it. Number one, but
well, and even if a guy has a ponytail, I'm not for long hair, but whatever. That's some people love it, but I cannot get over the man bun things that they put on top of their head. No, I'm sorry. Don't do that.
I'm with you on that.
Pull your little low ponytail back here, but don't put that bun on top.
As a funny, and I say this as a funny because I saw this a few weeks ago and it made me laugh. And I'm just saying it just made me laugh is all I'm saying. It was a dad getting onto his son for pulling the little girl's hair. And he goes, son, don't worry, she'll like it later.
Oh gosh. Look, women put the little bun on top of their head and it's cute. And I will say this. I have been behind somebody and sell the little bun on the head and they flip around. It's a man and it freaks me out because I thought it was a woman. Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that, which nobody asked me, but
and there's nothing wrong with giving you. That's what we do here. This is an opinion thing. And and again, if you're just turning on the TV going, what in the world are them two doing?
Yeah.
Join us on Facebook. You can communicate with us live. By making comments, Scotty Ray's Weather, or on YouTube, just trying to explain what we do here. Let's see here. Karen Palmer said the wreck was just north of Freedom Baptist Church is where that happened. Linda Culpepper's not into men with long hair either.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I like just that clean cut look,
But there are those women that like the old rough motorcycle looking Hell's Angels type.
That's great if that's what they like. I mean, everybody likes different things.
Get matching tattoos and y'all can ride off.
Yeah. I don't recommend putting anybody's name, unless you're married to them.
You know what that's
planning
called?
on being with them till the day you take your last breath, you know?
You know what that's called after you break up and you got their name on you?
What?
A love scar.
Oh, really?
That's what they call
Well,
it.
you know, I did see a man one time at the baseball field. We were all in the bleachers, you know, and he had all these, I think I've mentioned it once before, but I'm not sure. He had all these women's names all around his neck. And you got to think, okay, these were girlfriends.
That's what I'm thinking.
And everyone, he just put another name on that. But there was one woman who had a line through her name. You know,
Well, she must have been bad.
if you were the one on his
had the
neck
line.
that had the line through your name, you had to be awful, you know.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine doing that. But you know, there's people that have them hidden that you wouldn't know also. But boy, it's become a popular thing.
Tattoos?
Yeah.
It has. It really has. My 18-year-old, you know, all of my kids that turned 18 had to go get a tattoo. I don't know what it was. I don't have a tattoo. I just don't. But when they hit 18, it was like the magic number. I've got to go get a tattoo.
So you don't want a tattoo that says Kurt's property anywhere on you, like
No,
across
and
your back?
I wouldn't want him putting a tattoo on, you know. But you know, if he wouldn't do that anyway.
I'm gonna have to really think about this. What tattoo would best fit Candace? I gotta think on that.
Gosh, Lord.
As we turn to talk about our friends at Freeman Tractor, folks, if you need a lawnmower, they got new shipments coming in next week. They're all excited about it. Brand new ones coming in with different models there. If we're looking for an X Mark, go by and see them. $29.99. I think they've got one left right now in this model if you're looking for that. That's a hard one to get. Also, Skags, they're rolling in next week with a brand new shipment of those starting at $46.99. If you need a lawnmower top quality, that's it. Plenty to choose from. Take a look at air conditioning tractors. You'll like that during this time of hot weather. If you need an attachment, they've got new shipments of that coming in also this week. From bush hogs, if you're needing anything from a disc to, well, just leveling out the yard with a blade and forks to pick things up. Now, the benchies are there. These have been selling like hotcakes. Inventory is a little low on these right now. They're hoping to get a new shipment of those within 2 weeks. Up to 60 months financing with this. You can get it with cab and air condition. Order it that way. Or if you want the open cab, the $550, the $750, look at that. They're nice. They come with radios. You can kind of order it with what you want there. See them, many colors to choose from, and then a great service department to back everything up. From lawnmower blades to belts, well, maybe you need a radiator for your tractor.
Yes.
See buttermilk or coleslaw, they got it for you. Where? Highway 494. See them today.
My dad was a farmer. My granddaddy, too. I was always pretty proud of that. When my truck was hit by a company vehicle, I thought I was going to have to sell the farm. Thanks to Richard Swartz, I didn't have to.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And welcome back, Ricky Martin. If I could not name one song that he sings whatsoever, but he did do like a Super Bowl halftime one time, right?
I think he did. I cannot remember that. But
Well, I was sitting over here staring at the headline of this, and he said he had PTSD over the interview that Barbara Walter gave him. And
she asked him to come out.
as in meaning that he was a gay.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that he was, and I don't know. But
Yeah.
how do you get PTSD over an interview?
I don't know. I'm sure it probably, if she asked him that question, I mean, usually you would kind of go over what the content of your interview is going to be
You would
about
think.
before you get on air. I mean, I would think you would do that.
But I
But
just.
obviously, maybe she didn't, and it kind of shocked him, you know, and put him on the spot. So,
But isn't that term normally used for soldiers?
yeah, I mean, yeah, but a lot of people throw it around about a lot of different things, you know. They use it, you know, I guess I had a friend that somebody passed away, and it was a very bad situation how it happened, and she said that she had PTSD over that. So,
Right.
you know, I guess it could be any situation could cause it, but you know.
Okay. Roy Ellis says, I have long hair and tattoos. So does that make me a bad person?
No,
I
it don't
believe
make-
in America and God. No, it means that Candace wouldn't go out with you. That's what that
No,
means.
it does not make you a bad person. The best people in the world have tattoos and long hair.
It
okay?
just ain't her choice.
It just and a tattoo. I'm not saying I would never get a tattoo, like a little
Yes, you
small
did.
one.
Y'all back up the video.
Okay,
She said
I
she wouldn't
know.
get one.
I said I don't have one.
Oh.
I don't have a tattoo. I don't say like on my foot or something. You know, I don't see anything wrong with that. But most people that get them say it's like kind of an addiction. Like, you got to get another one. You got to get another one. And I believe that. I mean, a lot of people do believe. I don't believe you're a bad person. Do not.
I'm going to go ahead and stand my ground. I ain't never getting one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't
The best
get one.
people in the world, Mr. Roy Ellis, have tattoos and long hair.
Like, well, she
I
said
mean,
she
Jesus
just...
had long hair. I don't think he had a tattoo. But, I don't see anything wrong with it. I just choose,
That ain't her thing.
I've chosen up until this point,
Her husband's
anyway.
got short hair. I've known him all my life.
Short hair, yes. Mm-hmm.
Because he can't grow no more like me. Did I say that? Did I say that out loud?
He has more hair than you.
Oh, hush. You just had to go there, didn't you? Just had to, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway, welcome. Thank y'all for joining us. As we go to some more, Fauci, this gets to be such a mess.
Yeah.
Is the man lying? Now we've got emails floating around.
Yeah. Look, I said from the get-go,
You did?
I did. From the very beginning of this stuff, when he started talking, and I looked into some stuff, it was out there in the very beginning of the virus being introduced to our country. It was out there that he had funded the Wuhan lab with American money.
He did?
He started the fund. I mean, he started the research here. He was involved with that here in the United States. They shut it down. He had it moved to Wuhan and then funded it over there. And
That's
so
right.
that was put out there from the get-go.
Now, I was trying to find, and I know there's a news story, and I can't click on it quick enough to find it, but there's a news story, and I'll just summarize what I glanced at and read to where it was a cover-up by certain politicians, and it's starting to come out now that did not want it investigated, the Wuhan lab, because they were afraid the truth would come out. And there's several reasons with that, because it would have made Trump look like he knew what he was talking about, and they didn't want that.
So they chose politics over
Your safety.
the safety of the American people.
Shame on them.
I hope that people will hold these people accountable who had anything to do with that, because look what we've been through. Look what this country's been through, and not only our country, other countries. I mean, look what has happened and what's taken place, and the freedoms that we've kind of felt like we were snatched out from under us, And I just think it's led to a lot of different things. It messed up. I mean, I think it had a lot to do with the election, going the way it went. I mean, I do. The process of it going the way it went.
Now, there's another headline that's been floating around. And folks, these headlines, don't believe half of this stuff, because there was a headline this week that said Trump is going to take back over the Oval Office in August. That ain't happening. In no shape, form, or way will that ever happen. Laura Trump comes out and she goes, my daddy has never said that, because the headline said Donald Trump said he will take the office back. It didn't happen that way. And Laura Trump says, my dad didn't say it. That never happened. Somebody took something that was probably said and twisted it to the way they wanted to word it. So there is too much water under the bridge. All of these, it'd have to go to the Supreme Court to be
right.
And that hadn't happened. That's not going to happen. So
I don't think all that. I don't think that.
Yeah. So I wanted to clear that up before that. That's been floating around Facebook a lot.
Yeah. Kathy Bounds says, yes, Candace told me this information a year ago. I'm telling y'all. And,
About long hair, or?
No, about the Fauci thing. I just don't trust.
I get you.
I don't trust the stuff that's going on. That's one reason why I don't trust the vaccine stuff, fully. Because I don't know. A lot of people have gotten it. I think if you want to get it, it's your prerogative. But yesterday I found out that we were supposed to go see my son graduate. We might get to go see him graduate, which was a great thing, because we didn't know if we were going to get to go or not. And then he called yesterday and said that now they're saying that if they can only have 2 people come to the graduation ceremony, and you have to be fully vaccinated to attend the graduation ceremony.
So the government's going to force you.
I mean, if you're choosing, do I go see my kid graduate through this, what he's been through for weeks and weeks, and it's been hard on him, and I want to be there for him, or do I get this vaccine and do I get this vaccine to be able to go do that, or do I not get the vaccine and I don't get to see my child graduate? I mean, I don't think that's a decision that should be.
It's not
that
fair.
We should even be having to make.
I
don't
agree.
see why, since I think it's outdoors. Everything I've watched has been outdoors. Why we couldn't just wear a mask if we're not vaccinated, and get a COVID test if we have to do that. Get a COVID like a up to date
I don't have it.
a few days prior to going COVID test that states we don't have COVID. I don't know.
So-
I'm hoping there's going to be some more information that I find out about this that maybe.
Keep us posted on that. I'm curious.
Yeah, because I don't agree with that. But I mean, I'm going to go see my son.
Alicia
one way or
Fisher
another.
says she does not expect anybody in the end to be
Yeah.
held accountable for the virus. And I have to agree with you. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably not going to happen. So as we move forward with this, we're watching that. I agree with
Yeah.
you 100% there.
Yeah.
As we go to talk about our friends over at the Precast Group, they're right here in Meridian, and you're thinking, boy, these storms come up, I don't have a place to go. The Precast Group builds storm shelters right here in the Meridian area. This is one of the ones that they build. They're located out on Highway 145 here in Meridian. Call them at 482-003. They can help you in so many ways. Now, they do a lot of other things other than tornado shelters, but this is their specialty, keeping you safe. Talk to them. They can get you in here and get you taken care of with these. This is one of the ones that they've built right here. This thing weighs a lot. It can be bolted down. It's not going to move.
20,000
Sturdy.
pounds.
Yeah. That's big. That's huge. That's what it
Yes.
looks like there. This is one of the ones that they put in ground to take care of. It's not going anywhere either. And that's the look if you put it inside of a hill.
That's the style that I would like.
Yeah, easy to jump down, run into, and you're safe. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. That's a different view of it, not as deep into the ground. But check it out. They'll help you there. Again, the Precast Group right here in Meridian. Take that worry out when a storm comes up. You'll be safe. The Precast Group in Meridian.
My dad was a farmer. My granddaddy, too. I was always pretty proud of that. When my truck was hit by a company vehicle, I thought I was going to have to sell the farm. Thanks to Richard Swartz, I didn't have to.
I'm here for you. One call, that's all.
And good morning from Scotty Ray Candace again. Thank you all for being here with us this morning. It means a lot.
Yes.
This is a major thing. Our cattle prices, our beef is going up because we keep getting hacked. This I did not know, Candace. Martha's Vineyards, the ferry was hacked.
Oh.
Subway trains, they tried to, and this would have been a mess if somebody would have hacked and gotten control of subways. Do you realize the havoc? And if you'll remember the movie.
Oh yeah, that would be awful because they could, you'd have subway trains running into other it would be awful.
The Die Hard, I don't remember which one it was. Do you remember the one where they hacked in and took over all the city lights, street lights into the city? And
Was there like runaway subway trains?
Yeah.
Yeah. They couldn't stop it. And
well, it was the thing to where all the cars were crashing because
Yeah.
they controlled the red lights and they were taking over the power grids is what they were after.
Yeah.
And all this kind of leads up to that. Scary. Somebody needs to do something to China to make them pay for what they've done to America and hacking into all of this stuff.
yeah.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Let's see here. Any new comments that we've gotten here?
Let's see. Milton Saville says socialism. I guess talking about when we were talking about the vaccine stuff.
Right.
And Linda Culpepper said she didn't think it was fair, that she thinks it should be a mask and a COVID test should be enough.
I would think so.
I think so too. Alicia Fisher says that it should be a HIPAA violation for them to ask if you have had a vaccine of any kind.
I agree with that. And they're saying it's not. How could it not be?
Yeah. I don't know. Plus, it's outdoors. So did our president not say if you're outdoors and you've not been vaccinated, you need to wear a mask?
That's right. Get that.
But, I was told yesterday it's the military. The military can do what they want. So, I don't know. That
Yeah,
might be
they
true.
march to a different.
That might be true. So, Milton Saville said Kamala said she wouldn't take the vaccine if Trump said to take it. But then she took it in December while
She
Trump
did.
was still president. Yeah.
I say, and Michelle Lewis joins us. Good morning to you. Yeah, glad to have you there. Let's see here some other stories that I want to bring up. We don't have much time left before we leave this morning. Another Bush is running for office. I don't know if you've seen this yet. Jeb Bush's son has announced he's going to run for attorney general against.
Okay.
And I guess he's got a chance there because Ken Paxton has a bunch of scandals going against him right now. Are we done with the Bushes? Is there another round for one more?
I don't know.
That it's a possibility there. So anyway, we wanted to say thank you for everybody watching this morning. And a big thank you to our winner there that is going to get to go see Chino. Congratulations on that. things that are going on, don't forget job fair up at Pearl River Resort.
From 8:30 to 1 p.m.
You can get lunch today at Northeast Elementary School there. You know some kids that need a free lunch. Drop by between 11 and 1 today. Make sure they get fed.
That's right.
Kind of important for us here. And also the free movie down at the Max tonight.
7:30 p.m. Right.
Yeah, that's going to be happening there. So lots to do this weekend. It's going to be a wet one, don't forget.
So if you wake up in the morning and it's not raining, take advantage of the time it's not to get some things done.
Right.
Because it will be.
Yes.
That's right. But we do hope that you all have a blessed and wonderful weekend, even though it might be a wet one. But stay safe and join us back Monday morning.
Yeah, it's all going to kick back off. I'll be here over the weekend, should the weather turn bad, to break in and let you know all about that. And again, we'll kick off Monday morning beginning at 8 a.m. We can't do it without you. Share this on social media so that others will know about it. And again, we want to say thank you for being a part of this and making this such a success. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Anything that you want to say before we go?
No, just thank you and have a blessed weekend.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by